everyone, and welcome to my November bullet journal flip through and announcement video. So before we get into the bullet journal flip through, I thought I'd give you my announcement because it does tie into the bullet journal stuff. And that announcement is that I am opening a Bookish Etsy store, which is going to be filled with Bookish bullet journal stuff and also Bookish merch. I am so excited to be doing this. I've wanted to do this for such a long time now, and I am so happy that I finally get to do it. I've been searching for Bookish merch and Bookish bullet journal stuff, and I just haven't found any that I really like. So what I thought I'd do is make my own and sell it as well, because why not share the love, essentially. So I've got this Etsy store. It's going to have a mixture of t-shirts in there, as well as magnets, all of that kind of stuff as well. And it's also, all of the t-shirt designs and things like this are also going to be on Redbubble and TeePublic. I admittedly have not set up the TeePublic yet. I was spending last night sorting out Redbubble and Etsy, but TeePublic will be coming as well, so you can choose whichever one you want to go for depending on which company you prefer. And then also on the Etsy store, I'm going to be selling digital downloads of bullet journal prints, and most of them are also going to be bookish. I am going to have a couple of other themes as well coming up, but I thought the best thing to do would be to do bookish stuff, because that's what I love most, and that is something I have not seen much of on bullet journal spreads, essentially. So a lot of my spreads that I'm going to be selling are going to be bookish themed. Obviously there will be a couple of others as well, but at the moment I'm going to be focusing mainly on bookish stuff. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to show you all of this and just get going with it. So what are my designs? Here are a few of them that are currently up. These are on the Etsy store as well as the Redbubble. On Redbubble you can get this on t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, and all of that kind of stuff as well, but on Etsy it is just the t-shirts at the moment, so you've got an option there as to whether or not you want these on t-shirts or anything else. So I hope that these are going to be interesting for you. These are obviously not going to be the only designs I have. I do have a lot of others in my head that I will be making. I'm going to be updating every single month, so I hope that these are going to be things you really enjoy, and you're gonna like my new designs as well, but this is just what I'm starting with. And then the bullet journal stuff, the only way to really show you is through my bullet journal itself. So what I'm going to do is show you the plain ones that I have printed out that I will be selling, and then I'm going to be showing you my actual bullet journal, which is a little bit messier and a little bit more fandom based, that I couldn't put in the spreads to sell because obviously I didn't want to get copyright strikes. So let's get into my bullet journal flip through. So this is my front cover page, and obviously it's dedicated to NaNoWriMo, hence why I've got the books and the writing implements and everything else, because I thought it would be quite inspirational and just generally on theme for November. Then after that I've got two different versions of weekly spreads at the moment in the store. This one is movie related because I didn't just want the writers thing, because not everyone does NaNoWriMo, but I thought I'd do a movie one as well, which is good for basically all years. So I've obviously got these little bits here that look like film reels where you can write down what you're doing each day, along with this little camera bit and the tickets. This is obviously where you can put your habits as well if you are a habit tracker on the weekly kind of person. And then it's also a very similar thing for the NaNoWriMo one, where I've just got the continued idea of the writing implements as well, and this sort of ripped paper design behind it, and obviously the habits here as well if you're interested in that kind of thing. I've then also got a movie related TBR tracker as well, along with a space for stats here if you're someone who likes to write down your stats. And obviously you can write down in each section here each book you're going to be reading that month. I'll show you in a minute how I've done mine, but essentially mine looks like this. I've then also got this mood tracker as well, which is the writer version, and each one of these you can fill in the inkwell or the feather as well if you want to. But I thought this would be fun because this gives you an idea of, well, your mood each day and which day you write best on depending on your mood. And then my final one is another mood tracker, this time in the form of little tickets instead, because I thought that'd be fun as well. This is the one I'm currently using, and it's working really well, because it means on these little end bits I can colour it in a different colour to the main one if I've felt like a mixture of emotions that day, essentially, which I do quite often. But I really like this one. It's nice and simple, but it fits my movie theme really well. And then this is my own bullet journal. This was for last month. This was my movie release page. And then I've got this to start November. I do have this one on the store as well, obviously minus the Infinity Gauntlet and obviously the Eternals thing. But I've got a bit of an Eternals theme at the moment and a little bit of Hawkeye and a bit of McFly in here as well, because that's what's happening this month. So that's why I've got these kind of pictures in here as well. But this bit here is actually a cover page which is available in the store. Then I am using the Writer weekly planner at the moment, and it's working really well for me. On here I've got all of my plans for TikToks and obviously my blogs and my like videos as well, so you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek on that one. And then I've also added a nice little sticker here of the battle on Titan with Thanos and everybody, and then obviously another Eternals one. And if I go down a little bit, I'm also using a little bit of a space bit of washi tape and a more fireworky one because I thought that looked cool and I just wanted to add a bit more colour at the top here. Then I've got more weekly plans again, and then I'm just using my McFly picture here and also my Eternals one as well with some planetary washi tape because I thought that fitted in very well with this sort of theme here, essentially, at least colour wise it did anyway. Then after that I've also got this, which is sort of like my calendar but also my word tracker. I'm just using it as a word tracker at the moment, and it's just writing down all of my word counts each day essentially, and it's working really well for me. This is also on the store as well, but I've left it intentionally blank in terms of like the days and everything, so you can use it any month of the year you want essentially. Then I've also just put this little bit of star washi tape because I think it looks good with this Hawkeye over here. I thought it looked sort of like matching in its own weird way, essentially. I've also then got my productivity tracker because I don't generally use habit trackers anymore. I find productivity trackers a lot easier to use. It makes me feel a lot more productive about myself, quite frankly. And each of these badly drawn symbols represent something. So that is meant to be fruit. I've also got on here walking. The keyboard means obviously writing. I've also got the hoop here, which means I've hula hooped that day. This is meant to be a book, believe it or not, so that's counting whenever I've read a book essentially. That means I haven't spent anything. The house is when I've done housework. S means I've uploaded to my Instagram stories. That's a camera, so that means when I have filmed that day. This one is meant to be the YouTube symbol, which means I have gotten something off my Watch Later playlist because it's quite frankly horrendously long at this point. I've also got shoes, which means I went for a walk that day. P means prep work for, say, business, video, blog, whatever. And then the TT stands for TikTok because I always need to remind myself to TikTok as well because I now run 2 TikTok accounts, so I need the reminder on occasion. And then I've also just added a little bit more in the cinema theme as well up here, if my camera will focus on it. A little Captain America and a little Avengers sticker as well, because I couldn't resist and there was just a few too many blank spaces, essentially. But hopefully by the end of the month, all of this will be coloured in, and all of this will be coloured in as well, so it'll be nice and eye-catching and colourful. Then this is my mood tracker here. You can see what I mean by feeling a mixture of emotions, so I just sort of colour in the sides in one emotion, and then obviously the main one is this one. So I have currently happy, sad, tired, angry and Grinch, because I was very Grinchy on the 1st of November because I saw too many Christmas adverts, and I am a Grinch on every single level on this front, so that's why that's there. Orange is just generally tired, and sad and all the rest of it is, it's all nicely tracked here so I can see exactly what I'm feeling each day. Then this is my new release thing as well. So this is where I am tracking each new TV show that is coming out that I'm really looking forward to. And the numbers in here is exactly when that show is going to be airing. So actually Dexter New Blood's out tonight, which is very exciting, quite frankly. Cannot wait for that. And then obviously I've got like Hawkeye, Private Eyes, Grey's Anatomy and Station 19. Then on the second page I've got the Eternals with this big Eternals picture here as well, with all of the character names on, which came in very handy while I was doing my blog posts all about the Eternals, because I kept on forgetting which ones I'd done and which ones I hadn't and exactly how many there were. So this was a really handy guide actually, so I'm really glad I printed this out. And then my final thing is my money spent page. So this is just where I am just writing down exactly what I bought this month. So I've already paid for my provisional license, which I have just applied for, so get off the roads essentially, because I'm going to be learning to drive soon. And then also this is my Black Widow comic that was a pre-order, and then I've just finished it off with one final picture because I really wanted to, essentially. So that's that one, and then onto my reading journal. So my reading journal doesn't have as many spreads in here that I'm using, but I will be creating some more reading journal spreads to go on the shop. But this is my cover page. This was the new release page from last month. This is obviously the November spreads. I've got McFly and the Eternals there because they're the two things I'm most looking forward to this month. I've then got a space to put the Avengers Reading Challenge group book graphic here, and then I've obviously got the Happy, Drax and Mantis and Okoye character boards. This is my TBR, and I've just chucked a Star-Lord here, which is actually a young Star-Lord sticker actually, because I'm reading mostly middle grades, so I thought that'd be best here, even though it does cover up the TBR bit. But this is how I'm writing out each of the things I'm going to be reading this month, and then I'm just colouring in each cell as I read them. I've then also got this, which is the bingo board for the fanfiction readathon, with a bit of McFly and a bit of Eternals as well, just to sort of fill out the page and add a bit of colour before I obviously start colouring in all of this as the fanfiction readathon goes ahead, and I hopefully read a load, but I'm already behind on the TBR, as you can see here, so I probably won't read that many, but I'm going to at least try. And yeah, that is currently the end of this as well. So yeah, that is my bullet journal spreads, the plain versions, and how I'm using them. So back to physical me to end this video. And that is the end of my bullet journal flip through and also my announcement video. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me some of your favourite designs and what you'd love to see. I'd love to know. I'll also leave a link down below to all my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, and also my Bookish and Bujo TikTok account, which I have all of my designs on and updates and all the rest of it, and also the Redbubble link, and also the Etsy link if you want to check out my stores. And also, if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here read the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!